Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help, and welcome back to another video today. If you guys like the video, make sure to smash the like button. So in this video, I'm just going to be covering an update that came out today, and it's actually kind of interesting. Probably going to be a really good update for, once, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cover it today and let me know what you guys think. Alright, I hope it's zoomed in enough. So yes, we got this update here today. I'm just going to go over it and cover it, because it's actually seeming like it's going to be a really good update. So yes, today, November 4th, 2021, old school RuneScape future economy, or economy future plans. So I'm just going to skim it. I'm not going to fully read it. I'm going to leave the link down in the description. So if you guys want to check out this, you definitely can. Basically, it's saying whether you're whatever you do and stuff like that. It's just kind of covering at the top here what is actually going to be happening. So I mean, it's obviously going to be pulled, but here we go. The Grand Exchange tax. The Grand Exchange is old school RuneScape's auction house. Vast majority of the player-to-player trade happens here, and it is currently untaxed. But to help remove wealth from the game and slow the rate of inflation, we'd like to explore taxing items that are sold on the Grand Exchange. You know what they say, in old school RuneScape, nothing is certain except PKing and taxes. I think that was supposed to be funny. Okay, so we're thinking about adding a tax amount of 2% that would be removed from the final sale value. This means there would be no change to what the buyer pays, as the tax cost is always passed on to the seller. Okay, that's interesting. I guess that makes sense though, right? Right? Yeah, okay. In the case of selling multiple stacks, the tax would be applied per item sold rather than a total received. Wow, okay, let me think about that for a second. So you have 10k maple logs and say 2% off of each. Wouldn't that be the same price? Maybe I don't know. Wouldn't that be the same price though? I guess bigger items, and then they're, they go up and down all the time. The Grand Exchange interface would be updated to clearly show how much tax. That's good, so people actually know about this. So overall 2%, what do you guys think of that? 100 mil, 2 mil out of the game. I don't know, was the staking, was the duel arena 1%? I think it was, right? 2%. I mean, it's gonna definitely get a lot of gold out of the game. Okay, next we have the item sync. While introducing the Grand Exchange taxes. Oh, this part's really cool. So it won't only reduce the amount of gold in the game. Let me see if I can quickly find it. It's giving you other examples, like the Abyssal Tentacle consumes whips, which is amazing, by the way. Look at how much this one little thing has made whips stay relatively the same price over the long period of time, which is good, because, getting 85 Slayer is a pretty big accomplishment, and it makes those tasks still worth doing, you know what I mean? And even if you get a whip from a sire, it's still a 2... I don't know what the price of whips are these days, but 2 mil, 3 mil, something like that. So there's other ones in the game, like the Death's Coffer, and where's the one that I was looking at? Yeah, with the introduction of the Grand Exchange tax, there is a huge opportunity to introduce effective and scalable item syncs. How will we achieve that? Well, we could use the tax collected from the Grand Exchange sales. Here's where it gets really good. The Grand Exchange sales to purchase items from other players with the simple intention of deleting said items once the purchase is complete. So how's this going to work? Is this all the tax going to go to one account or something like that? I'm sure it goes into some other separate thing, and then they just buy a bunch of T-bows and stuff like that. But what items are they going to be taking out of the game? Are they going to be taking logs? I'm sure they'll do a little bit of everything, but I'd like to see how that all works. I think that would be very interesting to see which and how exactly that works. If any JegX employee or anything's watching this video, I would love to see how that works. That would be freaking insane. But yeah, basically, essentially, rather than just deleting coins that are taxed, we can spend them on buying items off players and then deleting those from the game. What are you going to drop them? Or are you going to elk them? What the hell are you going to do with them? Or just simply delete them? I would love to see how that works. Okay, maybe it's going to tell me, how does this work? When a tax trade takes place or the Grand Exchange, we'd allocate the amount of wealth from those taxed into a virtual coffer. Okay. This coffer would be used to fund purchases of specific items chosen by us and based on the estimated quantity of the item entering the game per day, and we'd like to see it reduced. Maple logs are what, 7 GP? I'd start with that. I'd start with all of the equipment to make them go back in price. Dragon Warhammers, Dragon Claws, all of that stuff. There's probably millions of things that I can think about, even just herbs and secondary ingredients, stuff like that. I'd love to see those prices go back up. Come on, magic logs, U-logs, stuff like that. I definitely like this. It's pretty cool. So this is what would happen when a player creates and a sell offer, blah blah blah. Okay. So it's cool. It's basically all going to go to this virtual coffer, and then when they see the items, which items are sold and bought the most, they'll decide which ones they want to buy with that money. That's really really good. What's this? Here's what we're thinking of adding to the Grand Exchange tax item sync. Oh, okay, so are these the exact items? So Spectral, Nightmare Staff, Twisted Bow, Elder Maul, Prayer Reward Scrolls, those have dropped a shit ton. That would be really good. Jagex2, get rid of that. The Abyssal Bludgeon, I'd like to see that go back up too. Dark Bow, of course. Toxic Blowpipe even. Didn't you guys just nerf this? Occult Necklace. Trident. What is that, like a mill now? Something like that? Okay. Are you not going to do like any other things like logs, bars? Is it just going to be PVM items? Like, what does that mean? Here's what we are thinking of adding to the Grand Exchange tax item sync. Gonna have to be more than this. Like, no, didn't it say like chosen by us and based on the estimated leaving the game per day, we'd like it to be reduced? I'm sure they're gonna add more than this. Is probably just like a start. I'm sure these items are the ones that are dropping the most or a lot, you know what I mean? Note, this list is not final. Okay, perfect. I guess I gotta just keep reading before I voice my opinion. There are other items that we'd like to add, let us know. I think we would need more skilling supplies too, right? Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, I think a lot of skilling supplies, farming supplies, seed should get out of the game. Not just the top tier things. Like, I don't know, personal opinion of mine, but we'll have to see now. Blah, blah, blah. It's important to highlight our intentions before moving on. I understand why they're doing this. It's actually going to be good for the long term of the game. I know a lot of people are going to think this is stupid, but it is actually a good thing to keep the game running. Okay, perfect. Now I have the next section, which I'm actually super excited for, and I'm hoping they're letting Ironman do this as well. I don't see why not. Additional bank space. This is a complete gold sink out of the game. Genius idea. I just skimmed it earlier, but this is a genius. So we've been asked about increasing the bank size in the past. That would be nice. We've been held back by technical constraints. I can't see that being difficult. Maybe it would, take more engine, something like that. We've been carrying out tests, and we can now increase it by a lot. I don't think it would be that hard, but who's to say? The current bank size is 800 for pay to play and 400 for free to play. I'm pretty sure I have more than that. Yeah, 816, what? 8 extra bank spaces are given for having a bank pin, and then a farther 8 for, okay, that's why. Okay, I have 816 because I have the pin and the authenticator, so you get an extra 16. So I have 816 right now, and it is full most of the time. So technically the maximum bank space is 816. However, with this potential update, the maximum size could increase to 1200. That's a big leap. No shit, that would be amazing. You would be able to go to any banker and pay them additional bank space. Bankers will be selling bank space in blocks of 40, with each block costing more than the last. You'll of course be able to buy multiple blocks of space in one go if you're feeling flush. Buying bank space would have a non-refundable and permanent unlock. Let's look at the cost of each bank space block. I love this. This is perfect. This is going to actually take so much gold out of the game. But it is kind of a one-time thing, right? It's not consistently taking gold out of the game, but this will help. I mean, I'm sure tons of players are going to want to get the maximum bank space. Okay, so to increase it from 816 to 840, it's going to cost $1 mil, nothing. 2 mil for the next unlock, it gets up there. I can see myself maybe going to about the 50 mil mark, or I'll even say the 20 mil mark for now, which that'll have 1,000 spots. It'll be about 200 more than I already have, which would be amazing. I really like this. I don't see why Ironman wouldn't be able to do this. I'm sure they would be able to, but amazing gold sink right out of the game. This is a good update right here. The only thing about this though is it's a one-time purchase, but if everyone does it, that's going to be like 888 million leaving the game. Almost $1 billion from every single player. I know nobody will actually be able to do all this right away, or majority of people, but it could potentially pretty much take $1 billion GP from every player out of the game. So yeah, that's freaking crazy. I can see most people even doing up to this one realistically. So yeah, maybe even the 100 mil for realistically, but 200, 500 is for those overachievers. With all of the above, there are still 40 bank spaces left over as before. These extra spaces will be given for having a bank pin and an authenticator. However, it's not just 8 spaces for each. Now it will be 20. Oh, that's fucking sick. So we're gonna start with 840, right? I'm not sure. What does that mean with all of the left over as before? I think we'll get more for free. Thank you, JX, for that. Okay. And then the next one is the literal gold sink. I actually kind of like this update as well. This one's more consistent and can keep going over time. So this is a really, really good idea. Yeah, so the gold sink is quite literally a gold sink. Funny pun there. We know how much you love to show off your wealth. What better way to showcase it off than to run your deep pockets? Then by what the hell am I saying? Then by adding a sink made of gold into your player-owned house. That's hilarious. So they have, I think we already have these ones, right? So like 100 mil for the mounted coins, all this stuff. We have this already, right? I'm pretty sure. So should it be possible to create a golden sink that is mountable in your player-owned house? 100%. Why not? 47 construction to create 10. And sold gold. That's the new thing, I'm assuming. 5 gold leaves. It would cost 10 mil each, but it was just like a flex kind of fashionscape thing. I can see a lot of the rich players doing this too, which will, of course, make more gold out of the game. So that's pretty much the entire update overall. I think this is amazing. Like every single thing in here, I pretty much agree with for the most part. I don't see anything wrong. The only thing I would see wrong was taking different items like skilling supplies and stuff like that. And I'm sure they will. Maybe I just read it wrong as well. But other than that, this entire update is just amazing. Well worth it. I'm gonna vote yes on everything pretty much. But yeah, honestly, really hope all of this passes. Everything in here sounds amazing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And yeah, we'll actually be uploading a video tomorrow. I wasn't expecting to make this one today, but I definitely had to talk about it. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.